Welcome into the craft room. My name is Susan. If you caught all that, you're catching the replay. And if you're catching the replay, I'd love it if you would say hello, even if it is a replay. And you know you're catching me live if you see a red circle around my profile picture. I am happy to be here with you in the craft room. It is a dreary day here in North Carolina. My name is Susan. This is So Inspired Designs. Today we're going to work on a chalk couture project with you. And just a quick update. Saturday, I did a 5-minute challenge on trying to see if I could do a project. And the first one, I did not get the project done in 5 minutes. It was just a little hair over, but I think it was because I was doing a couple other things. But the second project, I decided to do one back to back, and the second project actually turned out perfectly. I did it actually under 5 minutes. So I wanted to give you an update on that. So here is the project that I did. This was on Saturday, and the video is on my page if you ever want to go back and check it out. I am not seeing any eyeballs, so I don't know if anyone is live, and I apologize if I do not see your comment. I will come back and check it after the fact. If you're new to watching me on StreamYard, you may have to allow them to show your name in order for me to see it. And I only have the 2 devices set up right now. Hello, buddy. What? He hears me talking. That's my fur baby. Did you finish your treat? Okay. He just had a big old treat. So he's just coming in to say, hey, guess what? It's gone. You're fine. Okay. Was that good? Good job, buddy. But I did these in 5 minutes. So this was the first project I did. This is with our ASL alphabet transfer. Isn't that cool? I know I've got a little bit of a glare on it, and I actually meant to clean it up a tiny bit. My hands have some oil on it. I have washed it. I heat set it and I washed it. Oh, hey, Nicholas, how are you? So I was testing to see whether these glasses that I got them at the Dollar General, if these glasses would hold up to a heat set. So I did use ink and my ASL alphabet, and I just put my initials on there in ASL. I'm sorry, guys. I know that we got a glare going on, but that's ink. I let it dry and then I heat set it. I am doing well. Thank you, Nicholas, for asking. I ran it through the oven to do the heat set. So now it is permanent, and I wanted to see if they would hold up because they were very inexpensive. Now, obviously I took the lid and the straw out, and I did not include that, but I did put both of the glasses in there together, heat set them. The way you do that with our ink is that you, after the ink is dried all the way, you need to let it dry 100%. Whether you use a blow dryer to dry it or whether you let it dry on its own, which I let them dry on its own, then you put it in a cool oven on a baking sheet. If you look at my post earlier, you'll see a picture of kind of how I set mine up. I use a piece of parchment paper as well. And you put it on a cookie sheet or something like that, like a baking sheet, cooking sheet, and put it in your oven, in a cool oven. You set it in there, and then you set the temperature to 350, and then you hit start. And then you put it on for 30 minutes. So you don't, oh, yay. Thank you very much. You're so sweet, Nicholas. Me too. I get so inspired by everybody else's creativity. But you start with the oven cool, and as soon as you've hit the start button for your temperature, you go ahead and put your timer in. So I put it in for 30 minutes, and then as soon as the 30 minutes goes off, I turn the oven off, but I leave my, whatever I'm heat setting, in the oven and let it just sit overnight. Really, I just let it cool. I sit overnight, however long, and I usually do this in the evening. That way it can kind of just sit in there overnight and not, tie up your oven. So I did check them. I did both of them, this one, and then I did this one as well. Remember how cute this is, right? And they both were fine. They had no problems whatsoever. And I have even washed them. Now, I do hand wash my items that I ink. They do say that they're dishwasher safe, but I like to preserve the longevity just to be sure. And, some dishwashers are harsher than others. So I usually just hand wash my inked items, just so you know, when I heat set like a glass or a mug or something. So anyway, these are all ready to go, washed and ready to use. So I can recommend the $3 Dollar General glasses like this if you're trying to do an ink project. Okay. And if you're interested in one of those, please just let me know. If you're interested in trying to get something like this, this is something I can make and sell for you guys. I actually have one customer already interested. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. Now, today, like I said, I made this cute coffee sign for winter. I made it last week. The video's on YouTube if you want to go check it out. And this was just a, what do you call it? Target, dollar spot, whatever you're calling it, bullseye, playground, whatever. One of their frames, and it's like called a flower press frame. And I've had this for a couple of years. I actually had picked up probably about 3 or 4 of them when I got them. And it just has an acrylic, 2 acrylic pieces, I don't know what to call them, in here in the middle. And you're supposed to put like flowers in there or something like that. You can do that. Now, what I did was I chose to take a piece of my Christmas wrapping paper, which I feel like can work all year round. It is silver, so it has a little bit of shine and glitter, but I love polka dots, but it's not, you know, super busy. It's kind of a good background. I do have background transfers, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of use this. And I did chalk my transfer design right on this acrylic. Okay, so it's on there until I want to change it off. This is another reusable surface. You know how I've been showing you using my sliding glass doors as a reusable surface. This is also a reusable surface because it's acrylic. You would just do the same technique that I shared about cleaning the glass. But I'm not going to clean this off. What I am going to do today is I am actually just going to, let me think how I want to do it. I am actually just going to if I was going to clean the glass, I guess that's what I want to say. If I was going to clean the glass, I would attach what I'm getting ready to use right on the glass. I am not going to do that. I'm going to try to keep this on here for just a little bit longer, but I want to get ready to put a design on here for Valentine's Day. So I could do one of 2 things. I could either flip my paper around and do the back side of this one with the design, or when I'm ready to clean this off, clean it off, and then I'll have my design all ready to just pop on here. So let's go ahead and do the design, and then I'll kind of show you without cleaning this off. I will kind of show you what it is I have in mind to do. But let me go ahead and put that back in, and then we'll get started. This is going to be pretty easy and quick. I hope that everyone is having a great day. Of course, I did add a little bit of my bling with my acrylic glitter paint to the outside because this wood was just too boring for me. So anyway, let's see here. All right, so that's all set. I'm just going to put this aside for right now. You guys will probably still be able to see it, but I'm just going to put it aside for right now. Oh, I'm getting glitter everywhere, you guys. Glitter's coming off. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip over to so you guys can see the project view. And I think today, fingers crossed, again, you guys know I'm still I'm doing this learning curve with this software, and so I think today I have it set up so that you can see the project better. I think I have it set up right, so it's a bigger picture and it's in a direction that you guys can see it. So hopefully that works for you. So if you remember, we did this transfer. Did I do that last week? I don't know, y'all. The days and weeks run together for me. I either did this last week or I did it the week before. I don't remember. But I have this transfer called Retro Love, and it has 4 different designs on there. And we are going to work with this one today because I love bubble letters. I don't know if you guys did this, and I know I'm dating myself, but back in the day when I was in school, we had to cover our books with paper bags, and I would doodle all over my school book all the time. So, and I love practicing with bubble letters and block letters and all different stuff. So to this day, I still play around like that a little bit. If I am drawing something or going to do something hand lettering, I do still play around with it. So I love the bubble letter look. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use this transfer. We're going to use 2 of them, actually, 2 of the designs with some of my ChalkSuede paper that you can tell I've used in the past. These come in 12 by 12 sheets, and it is a special coated paper that we make and sell in my shop that, hey, Barb, that it works perfectly with any of our transfers. So I'm going to do that because I want a dimensional project. Okay. Now, when we did it last time, I just used these cutouts that I had bought to go along with this transfer. And I could do the exact same thing with this. So what I could do is I could clean this off and then take some glue dots and put these right on the top of my frame like that. Okay. I could very easily do that. I decided not to try that with this project for today. I think I'm going to save these for a different project. Hopefully a hand painted heart, if I can ever get around to it, sometime before Valentine's Day. So we're just going to move those over there out of the way. So we're going to use our ChalkSuede paper today. Okay. So let me just put those over there. And the colors I've chosen, retro, I'm going for retro here. This is Peony, and this color is called Peach Cobbler. So this came out last spring, and this one's been out for a long time. So I just thought it would be fun to use those. Doesn't that have a retro feel to it? So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. So the paper is all ready to go. Now all I need to do is set my chalk paste over here to the side. Barb, I know you just hopped on. Yes. Do you see my zero buddy? He's right back there. Do you see him? He was up here a minute ago saying hi, but to let me know he had finished his treat. I did share that these heat set perfectly. They did fine. They're perfect. So I can endorse them. And if you're still interested, I did send you a message and we can get that going. Okay. So I don't have to do it upside down this time because I think I figured out the view thing here. So, all right. I am going to fuzz my transfer though. Okay. I'm going to move my paper over there for a minute. I have my fuzzing cloth. I've got, like I said, I need to shake this out because some of that glitter came off on my frame and it's everywhere. So the first thing I'm going to do is this one because it's going to be kind of a layering technique. And I think I didn't cut that all the way. I think what we're going to do is we are going to, do you guys think I should use the orange as the background color or the pink for the background color? Oh, I did do it. It just wasn't coming off. Which color do you think I should do for the background? The orange or the pink? Let me know in comments. So we're going to use this one, but we're also going to use, I used that one. I think we're also going to use this one just for fun. Just for fun. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one off and put it on my fuzzing cloth too. And then I can move my transfer out of the way until I'm ready to wash and put it back on there. The orange as the background. Okay. I like that idea too. It's kind of what I was feeling. All right. So what I'm doing is fuzzing. Remember, these are reusable silk screen transfers that are self-adhesive. So they're sticky, but the first the first time they're very sticky that you use them. So that's perfect and great. But when I'm doing it on ChalkSuede paper, I like to fuzz it a little bit just to make it a little less sticky. Okay. So I'm going to leave that one on there and we'll just go ahead with this one. And you just do it a few times. You don't have to do it a ton. And then we're going to take my paper. Doesn't matter where I put it. Like I said, I've used this sheet. They come in a pack of 12 by 12 sheets. I've used this in the past for other little small projects, which is what I love. And I don't waste anything. So I've saved this paper. It's all ready to go. And you can use any of our transfers, transfer stencils, whatever you want to call them. You can use them on any kind of paper that you want. You can use them on cardstock or wrapping paper or anything like that. Just make sure you wax your paper first because they are basically like a sticker and you don't want to pull the paper up and ruin the back of your transfer. Okay. So I'm just going to put this down right here and then I'm going to smooth it out. And I'm take my beautiful, is that not a beautiful color? I love that color. It's called Peach Cobbler. I love that color orange. So pretty. It's soft but bright. I don't know. Does that make sense? It is vibrant, but it's not like harsh. I guess that's the right word. Okay, so I'm going to just take my paste right out of the jar. So you guys, I hope it's warming up where you are. I hope that you are finally out of the Arctic freeze. It was actually 55 here this morning, and by what is today? Tuesday. I think by Thursday, it's supposed to be almost 70. So yeah, crazy, right? Now it won't stay that way. We'll get more cold, but Maybe that was our one really big cold snap. I don't know. I haven't heard that much recently from any meteorologists to say what they're thinking, you know, is going to come after this week. Because I think everybody is warming up a little bit this week, which I think everybody will be thankful for. There were so many places that got the cold weather and the snow that don't even use it, found its way down south. So that don't even, and you know, last week I think I even saw it snowed in Florida, you guys, but it didn't snow here. It didn't snow in the Raleigh area where we moved from in North Carolina, and it definitely didn't snow down here at the coast. So, but it snowed in Florida. Go figure, right? Okay, so isn't that pretty? I'm just going to put that right back in there in the jar. Close that up. And then we're going to be doing the favorite transfer magic, as my friend Melanie calls it. And pull that right off. And I know you might be saying, that doesn't really look like the word love, but it's gonna hang in there. But isn't that cool? Check it out. It's so cool. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna place my transfer over here and spray some water on it until I can take it to the sink and clean it. Just make my life easier. And we're gonna grab my handy dandy tool, my little air dryer, and we are just gonna speed up the drying process because the chalk paste itself would dry in about 5 minutes or less. But I'm just going to speed it up since I'm doing a layering piece. Okay. If you ever have any questions about any of the products I'm using or the processes, please feel free to ask in comments or send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I love to encourage you guys, to inspire you, hopefully maybe even teach you something new that you've never seen. I love to do that and just love coming on here and interacting with you guys because it's much more fun to craft with friends. That's what I think anyway. So I hope your Tuesday's been going well. I had some learning this morning that I had to do a meeting about some new things coming down the pipe with chalk in March. So I'm trying to do some learning on that. I was up way too late last night, but I was making some good progress on my Square store. I'm going to be listing some, I'm pretty sure that's dry. I'm going to be listing some Valentine's Day completed designs that I'm selling. So I'm trying to get that going. And I got some other stuff done yesterday. And I've just been motoring along. So, and I got some chores done. So, hey, yay. After I get done with this, so I get to reward my, no, that's not true. It is kind of a reward. I'm actually going out. I don't go out a lot, you guys. I do not go out a lot. But I am going to go out because I have to go pick up. Right now I lost it. There it is. I have to go. So see, that is dry. I have to go pick up. Now, here's the thing. Let me just say this real quick. I have to go pick up some contacts. Still trying to find the right mix for my contacts with my new eye doctor. And so they got some new trials for me to come in and pick up to try. Sorry, I'm looking for a napkin. I do a lot of times suggest that if you have chalked an item and you're going to layer something on top of it, that you may want to put a layer of wax on it too, just to be sure that your transfer, the sticky part doesn't pull up any of your paste. So it's completely up to you. Well, hey there, Jeannie. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling better. I didn't even see you pop on. I just see it now. I apologize. Didn't even acknowledge you. All right. So I'm just going to put a fine layer of wax. And I need to be careful because I don't want to wax like the, well, I don't have to be careful because I can just buff it. But I'm just doing almost like a protective layer there to make it so that my chalk paste doesn't come up. Even though it was dry all the way, I just don't want to take a chance. I don't want to mess up my design, you know? You do the work, you don't want to mess it up. But since I have to go out anyway, and it's right over near the Hobby Lobby, I'm going to be running a Hobby Lobby because I have 2 items that I need to return there. And the PetSmart's right next to it, so I have to return something there. So, hey, you know, I get a sweet little outing just for doing all that. So, my one day this week that I have planned right now for going out. I'm just like that. I don't know about you guys. I work from home and I have most of what I need here, so I don't go out a lot. I need to get out more probably. Now, once it gets warmer, you guys, you may see me less. I don't know. You may see me even less. because, you know, this gal's got to get over to the beach. So we'll see. All right, so that's all ready to go. I've got my peony. Isn't that a pretty, it's like a bubblegum pink. Some might even say it's, I don't know if I would say it was Barbie, but it's definitely bubblegum pink. I'm just going to fuzz this a couple more times just to make it a little less sticky. Jeannie, how is your recovery going, my friend? Weren't you going to find out if you have an appointment yesterday? Weren't you going to find out if you can drive yet? Seems like that is awfully early to be doing that. Okay, so do you guys see? Oh, let me get up here a little closer. Sorry. I forget where there we go. You see, I'm going to place this right in the opening of where the words, where the letters already were, so that I can have my shadow effect. Okay. And the fact that, so these letters are a little smaller than the openings. So I'm going to have some white show, or whatever color paper you would have behind it would show. If I had some kind of cool, yay, hooray, Jeannie, I'm so happy for you, hun. If you had like some kind of cool, like hippie kind of retro paper that you were chalking on, you could even, it would show through in some of it where the white's going to be showing on mine. Okay. So we're just going to press this down. The white, not the white right now that you see. The white that we see right now, that's where my pink's going to go. And I forgot to bring my other tool back. So I need to grab all my other small squeegees. I forgot to bring my tool. My multi-purpose tool. I love that one. It's just the right size for transfer for small areas. All right. Now my peony might need a little bit of water in the future because it looks like it's getting a little dry. I've had the same jar of peony since I started. And you guys, it'll be 3 years in April that I signed up with the company. So, all right. So I am just trying to find the moist part. So, you know, chalk paste is just wet chalk. Sometimes it will dry out, especially if it's older like this, or if it's been exposed to the air a lot. And all you do is use distilled water to reconstitute it. Okay. And I did get a little bit here, but I can wipe it off because it's just chalk, and I'm doing it on this paper that I've already kind of coated with the wax. So that's going to make it a little more forgiving. I definitely need to add some water to this peony. I have a whole nother jar of peony. I can't remember. I think I bought 2. I didn't realize I had bought one. So I bought another one, and I obviously must not use it a lot because I have never even opened that other jar. Okay. And I do need to mail out some Happy Mail today too. So I have a reason to go out. A couple reasons. All right. Going to get everything I need to get done while I'm out, at least. At least that's what I think. We'll see. All right. So there you go. That's all we do. And again, I'm just going to put any extra back in there. Before I close this up, I'm going to try to move kind of quick. I'm going to spray some of my distilled water in there so that next time I go to open it, it will be all ready to go. And it'll be nice and moist. And now we're going to do the favorite magic. Peel and reveal. Isn't that the coolest thing, you guys? See that over there? I am just going to take some water. Not that I have to, because I'm actually going to be cutting this out. So, but I can just wipe it off. Try to do it without touching my design. Put that back there. So there we go. Let me spray water on my transfer. And then this is all set. Isn't that cool, you guys? How cool is that? So this is where I was talking about the white. You see where the white is in between the orange and the pink? If you had some kind of cool retro paper behind it or something like that, that would show through at that point. So let's go ahead and dry this as well. So see, we have 2 designs that we've already done. You could use this one, the second Love transfer that I used, this one with the lines in it. You could use that on its own. You don't have to do the background, but the background will also work with all the other designs that were on that transfer that I showed you. The one that we did last week with just these kind of lines, or the solid lines. So let's go ahead and dry this really quick so that I can handle it and not worry about smearing it. Again, it would dry on its own in about 5 minutes if I left it alone. Now I do have some splotchiness on my pink, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just adds character. Remember, you're creating this. It's handmade, one of a kind. It's not going to be perfect. It's not supposed to look like it came off an assembly line. So don't fret over that. But if it bothers you, you can always go back and clean the transfer and put it back on and do it again. That happened more than likely because my pink was thicker than it should have been. But I'm not going to fret over it. I mean, this is retro after all. You know, it could be vintage. Although I've heard a discussion recently about between vintage and retro and what the difference is and how many years each one means. Isn't that funny? No problem, Barb. I appreciate you popping on, girl. You know, I'm going to post some pictures so you'll be able to see the finished product. All right, so that's all dry. So now all I'm going to do is take some of my scissors, and I do have some smaller scissors that I like to use for these kind of projects when I'm doing closer. And I'm just going to kind of cut out around the outside, and I'm going to kind of just follow the lines of the design. If I wanted to, I could make it real bubbly. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Hang on. Like even going in like on these little indents, but for right now, I think I'm just going to do this. I do have another really cool set of small scissors that really help me with. This is what we call fussy cutting. Now we also actually sell an SVG file, I think, for this one as well, which if you have a cutter, you can use our special paper like this ChalkSuede paper that you can actually use it with your cutting machine to like a Cricut or something like that, to cut out designs as well. We don't sell it with every one of our transfers, but we do offer it with a lot of them. So that is something that I have been exploring getting into more, to be able to offer a few other options for you guys. So as soon as I get that perfected and figure out exactly how I want it to work, I will share with you guys. It's one of my growths for this year that I'm planning on. I have a few things for my business that I'm trying to do to grow it and to expand into a few other avenues. Okay, so I still have all of that ChalkSuede paper left. Obviously, I will save that for another time. And I actually have these cute scissors. I don't know if you've seen these or not, guys. This is at Wally World. You have a blessed rest of your day, girlfriend. And I can now take these. Aren't these cool? I love them. I can take these and I can make it even more. I can get even more closer, and I can get in here better and really make it kind of bubbly. I just love bubble letters. I always love doing those. Let me know in comments if you remember, if you're old enough to remember having to cover your school books in paper bags. I remember that was like our assignment. The first day of school, you brought home all of your books. And gosh, I don't even know if we had I don't even remember having book bags back then, y'all. And that's how old I am. And having to cover all your books. And if you can imagine, so there was 6 of us kids and my mom, you know, and I'm sure my mom had to help. I know as we got older, we each helped each other, but because there's 10 years between me and my youngest sister and 14 years between the oldest and youngest. Again, on this, you can cut in as much or as little as you want, But covering those books with paper, and then I would just use I used all different color markers. Nothing to me, I loved getting new school supplies, new crayons, new markers, new pens, new pencils. And I would use my pencil and I would doodle. I didn't draw pictures. Yes, paper bags. Yes, and decorated it. I would work on lettering. I would do hand lettering. You know, who would have ever thought? I probably should have kept that stuff just so I could show my kids. I'm sure we have no pictures of them either. Because back then we didn't document absolutely everything. I don't even know. I know my parents must have had a camera. I cannot remember. I certainly have pictures of us when we were younger. And I remember a Polaroid at one point, but we certainly have pictures, but it wasn't like it is now. Everything is documented. You seeing how that's turning out already? And like I said, you do this as much or as little as you want. You could just do the whole outline like I did initially and not get in here and do this fussy cutting. I'm going to fussy cut it. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with it. I'm not going to do it yet because I don't put out my Valentine's yet. Although I am starting to think I want to pull out my Valentine's mugs that I have created. I have made a lot of Valentine's mugs. I say a lot. I have made quite a few Valentine's mugs, and I'm feeling like I need to start pulling those out for my coffee because I don't have as many winter ones and I'm getting bored. I might need to make a few more winter ones. But like I was telling you guys before, I have a ton of mugs somewhere still packed in a box. Until I unpack this craft room all the way, I just can't locate everything I want to create with. And I don't want to go buy more when I know I have a ton. But look how fun that is, y'all. Isn't that fun? Look at that. That is so fun. And you could do anything with this, being on the ChalkSuede paper. You could just make it into a magnet. It's just cute. You could put it, some Velcro on it and put it in on like a, you know, like on a, what do you call it? A bulletin board or something like that too. I mean, isn't that fun? Very fun. Okay. So what I'm planning on doing with it, like I was telling you in the beginning, was I have this sign that I made last week for the coffee bar, and I still want it in there. Oh, I put it in upside down. I guess it doesn't matter, but that I still want to do that. And what I'm going to do is when the beginning of February, I will clean, excuse me, y'all. I'm going to clean this off because it's just acrylic and I've done it here on the outside. I am going to clean this off. I'm going to leave my little wrapping paper that I have already on the inside that I had already inserted and glued in there. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some pop dots on it. And I'm just going to put this on my, on the front and then put it on my coffee bar. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I may be wrong. I may change my mind and say, nope, you know what, guys? I really want this one because it's got the blue and the red, and most of what's on my coffee bar is blue and red. I don't know. We'll see. But one of those guys is going to go on the front of here. But you can use this for lots of different ideas. You could even make this into a sticker if you wanted, you guys. If you wanted to use this for scrapbooking. I haven't really gotten into that either yet to show you guys, but I intend when I can get back into my scrapbooking that like this could even be the top of your page. You could do this and make your own sticker, or even just use pop dots and put it on there. And this will be perfect for in your scrapbook as well. So there's lots of different ways you can use this. Hey, Jeannie, thanks for hopping on. So I hope you guys like this project idea. I apologize that I was a little bit later than I thought, took longer than I thought to get on here, but this was a quick project. So easy to do, lots of ideas with it, very versatile, and just lots of fun ways. Again, you can use this with ink, you can use it with etching cream, you can use it with chalk paste. People are even using the torch paste with our transfers. So you could even do something like that. But I think this turned out super cool. It's very retro, and I look forward to putting it on a project very soon. So thank you guys for, let me swap it over. Hang on. I forget I have to do that. Thank you guys for letting me pop on with you today and share my idea. I hope it inspired you. And I hope that you'll join me tomorrow. I will be on with Take 5 tomorrow in for a Wednesday project. So I hope you guys will come over and join me. I'm going to do something with wood tomorrow, something with wood, unless I find something like fabulous at Hobby Lobby that inspires me that I want to share. But that's what I'm thinking for tomorrow. All right, guys, until I see you tomorrow, Lord willing, have a safe, healthy, and blessed rest of your day. All right, guys, bye.